Our next speaker, Dr. Amir Ahmad, is the president of the prestigious Indian Doctors Forum in Kuwait. Under his leadership, IDF Kuwait received the coveted Pravasi Bharatiya Puraskar from the President of India. He was also awarded with Dr. Palpu Memorial Award for his exceptional leadership during the pandemic. We highly appreciate that he has come here for this event all the way from Kuwait. Please put your hands together for Dr. Amir Ahmad.
Good afternoon. Namaskar. Assalamu alaikum. Honorable Chief Guest of today's function, Dr. Hafiz Contractor, Padma Bhushan awardee, and an icon among Indians. My dear friend, Architect Suresh Babu. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to be standing over here amidst such huge dignitaries. I'm a medical doctor, and I'm sitting here along with architects of high repute. Mr. Suresh Babu, when he started to write this book, I was in coordination with him. We were talking. I have known Mr. Suresh Babu for now more than a decade. I come from the same place, Kannur. His simplicity and his ever-smiling face, and he being a very good human being, that is what has actually brought me and my wife over here. When he called us, he said, there's a book launch. I said, yeah, definitely we are coming down over here. And in his speech, what makes him a good human being is the strong family values that he so well related during his speech. The thoughtful words spoken by Padma Bhushan, Hafiz Contractor, and then later on by Dr. Niranjan. When Dr. Niranjan quoted those lines, I haven't read the book. Those words, they weigh in gold, conveying solid messages. And then again, Architect Harsha Bhatia, when you came and you spoke, it is now motivating lay people like me to really go down there and read this book. Mr. Suresh Babu, I wish you all the very best. I'm very happy to be with all of you friends over here. And on behalf of the Indian Doctors Forum, we, two words about our Indian Doctors Forum in Kuwait, Architect Hafiz Contractor Saab. We are actually an organization of 600 Indian doctors who are working in Kuwait. Kuwait's a small place. We are the largest expat community. There's a 3 million population, and 1 million of those 3 million are Indians. And the Indian community over there is very strong. We get along together, and during times of adversity, like what happened during this COVID, the Indian community stood strong. The Indian Doctors Forum 24/7 were available for teleconsultation because nobody knew what COVID is, including the medical people. And in the initial period, people were dying not from COVID, but from psychological problems associated with the disease. And during this period, our doctors, 600 odd doctors, they were available 24/7 giving teleconsultation in 15 different languages. We conducted seminars under the Embassy of India. We sent out video messages encouraging our community members, again in 15 different languages, because most of our workers or community members over there are blue-collar job, advising and encouraging our people to go there and get vaccinated. And the work that was done during COVID, other than medical also, when India was faced with a second peak of COVID, Kuwait was the country that supplied the maximum amount of oxygen that was needed by a country. So the Indian community is strong during times of adversity, and there are positives of COVID. Architect Suresh Babu writing this book meant not only for architects, but even for the layman people like me. That's a positive. And then making each one of us know that human beings, how fragile we are, how small we are in front of this very small virus. That has introspection, lot of things that we normally would consider, take for granted. We have started to sit back, be patient, be less hurrying and less in rush. So with these very few words, Suresh Babuji, your family members over here, thank you for inviting us. It has been a pleasure, and wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much, sir. We are next looking forward to the speaker, who is a politician, journalist, author, and strategic and foreign policy analyst. He has also been a consultant on governance with the United Nations Development Programme. He is currently engaged as Director, Institute for National Security Studies, for Forum of Strategic and Security Studies, and more. I would like to invite Dr. Seshadri Chari to share with us his views on Dreams, Dialogue and Journey.
Hafiz, Suresh Babu, friends. I've been meeting Suresh on and off for almost 40 years now. So, sometime back when we suddenly bumped against each other, and it's something very strange that we have always been meeting without a scheduled appointment. I don't know how it happens. And so some time back when he said that I'm coming up with my book and all this, now I know the history of the book, of course. So I said, it's great that you have come out with the book. I mean, like, is it going to be something like a book to be prescribed for some college students, or what is it about? Because as far as writing books are concerned, I know only about security architecture. That is what I am doing all my time. I teach geopolitics and international relations and all those things which normally, quote unquote, is very boring for a person like Suresh. So he said, no, it is not a textbook. It is something that I have a great dream. So I was really a little surprised and a little more curious to know what he is going to really write about. But then this was something, if I'm not mistaken, before 2013-14, I think, the last time we met. And then I'm really surprised that he has been really doing a good job, wonderful work on this, and this whole idea of coming out with these dreams. So I think dreams never end. Because if you visualize a dream and you complete it, it always results in the next dream. So I'm looking forward to your next dreams. So this is not going to be the last one, I'm sure. And then again, as far as dialogue is concerned, they always say that dialogue is something to do with hearing. When you speak to yourself, it is monologue. So dialogue is always between two or more. And dialogue means listening. And what His Holiness the Dalai Lama always says, that when you speak, you tell others what you know. When you listen, you grasp what other people know. So it is always better to listen, they say. That is why the Sanskrit word for a scholar, the Sanskrit word for scholar is Bahushrut, one who has heard the most. That is the Sanskrit word for scholar. So I can see from this, of course, as you promised to tell me the contents of the book but before it was published, but we never met after that because of the COVID. So I see that the book really speaks a lot about people whom you have met, people whom you have come across, people whom you have had dialogues with, people who have left an impression on whatever you have said or whatever you have done. So that is very important as far as the essence of the book is concerned. So I'm sure you will still be working on what you once promised. That as an architect, there are three things Suresh once told me. One is, whatever we create, do we keep sustainability as the core? Whatever we create, does it contribute to sustainability? That's very important. And we are now talking about sustainable development. SDGs and what was formerly called MDGs, Millennium Development Goals, have now been converted into Sustainable Development Goals. So whatever we create, can we sustain? Sustain what we have already received, not sustain what we create. Because as Mr. Bhatia said, what we see today doesn't belong to us. We are inheritors of what we have today. So whatever we create, can we sustain what we are creating or what we are using? Second is, we are talking about environment. Can we preserve it? And the third and the most important element is, can we, like Christopher said, can we create something for what we are or where we are? Do we really need a concrete jungle in Kerala? But if we have to create dwellings in Kerala, can we convert that particular dwelling into something that gels with the atmosphere? So modernization does not mean westernization. We need not copy what the West has done. So we can ourselves produce certain things. We have one of the finest designs, city designs, as we know. We have some of the finest architectural marvels in this country. So I think your book gives an idea that we have to carry forward these ideas to the future generation. So these ideas can be worked out, and I must admit, as editor of Organizer, which was an English weekly, I was supposed to write 2 editorials and 3 articles. Because if we ask someone else to write, we will have to pay, and we didn't have so much money, so we had to write ourselves. So I can imagine I have written about 2 editorials and 3 articles every week for 12 years. So I'm bad at mathematics, so you can calculate the number of articles I must have written in 12 years. But I have never been able to come out with a book which you have done, except for my thesis, which was mandatory. I had to write 1 lakh words. Otherwise, UGC will not permit me to become a PhD. So I must really congratulate. And obviously, as Dr. Bhatia said, this is not the end of the dream. This is the beginning of the dream. This is the beginning of the dialogue, and also this is the beginning of the journey. So you have a long way, and we would appreciate if you are able to take all of us along in your journey. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Namaste. I am delighted to be invited for this book launch function of Mr. Suresh Babu. I went through the book Dream Dialogue Journey. It is a proud moment for me to read this book. Book which gives very important knowledge for students and professionals, is very much needed in the Indian context. And lot of very valuable lessons are given in this book. Very well explained, very modest, and very humble roots, based on very humble roots. So Suresh Babu has expressed and communicated very, very valuable lessons for all of us, especially the dialogues with Yash sir. I really liked the 3 points he mentioned: passion, patience, and persistence. You can start your wonderful journey of design. I really wish all the best to this humble venture, and I am sure this book will be of enormous value and a very valuable resource in the history of Indian architecture. And all the students and professionals and all the readers who go through this book will benefit a lot from this. I wish Suresh Babu all the best for all the further projects to come, and I wish that more books will be written by him in the future. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.